Welcome to COM 120, Interpersonal Communication. Thank you for choosing this particular section and choosing me as your instructor to guide you through the process of developing your interpersonal skills. Interpersonal communication certainly is an important skill to develop in one's repertoire of communication skills. Interpersonal communication is the process of exchanging information, feelings, but most of all, it's the process of creating meaning between people, and it's certainly significant for many reasons. It helps you to build relationships. It helps you to develop skills, both in your personal and professional life, to connect with other people, and again, as I said before, to create meaning. It helps develop within you a system of expressing your thoughts and emotions clearly to others so that people know who you are. Interpersonal communication skills help people understand each other, and more than understanding, it helps us with empathy. It helps us to connect with people, to see the world from their perspective. Interpersonal communication helps us resolve conflict and create a positive environment. It's not that conflict is inherently bad. It allows us to manage conflict. It allows us to see the reasons for conflict. It allows us to find ways of developing scenarios where there's a win-win product or result. Interpersonal communication certainly is important for career development because most employers are looking for people with good communication skills. These days, they can pretty much teach you what to do on the job, but the one thing that most employers can't do is to help you develop communication skills. Interpersonal communication is a vital part of being an effective team player or a group leader. And so you learn some skills on how to connect with other people as you pursue a project, a joint project, from beginning to completion. Interpersonal communication helps us with stress resilience. It allows us to find out who we are, what our stress points are, what our pressure points are, how to deal with stress and pressure. Interpersonal communication helps us fight loneliness and depression as we reach out to people and make friends and develop relationships. It helps us figure out ways where we can disclose our feelings and our thoughts so that others can connect with us and we can develop meaningful relationships. So as you think of interpersonal communication and taking this course, I'm glad you've chosen to take it. I'm looking forward to getting to know you through the semester. I'm looking forward to connecting with you as I view your assignments and grade your assignments, as I listen to your videos that you make within your team. It's going to be a great semester, I think, and I think you'll learn quite a bit. And more than learning about the concepts and the theories, and as you look at the textbook, there is a plethora of different theories and concepts, but at the end of the day, it's about application. It's about developing your skills so you can be a person who can connect with others. So let me remind you just of a few things that we will look at this semester. First of all, in terms of housekeeping rules, email is the very best way to communicate with me. Please do not use Blackboard's internal messaging system, and do not use MS Teams to try and contact me. The very best way is email. If we need to set up an appointment through email, we can, and then I can connect with you through MS Teams. I check my email very regularly during the day, and within 2 to 3 hours, I will respond to you. You may be wondering why attendance is significant for this online class. Well, it's one of those things that Wake Tech requires. And so you'll notice in each week's lesson, there will be an A and asterisk next to it in which I will use that assignment to record your attendance. And Wake Tech requires me to do that. What's really important is this, that you do not go more than 14 days, and that is 2 weeks without posting any work. If you do that, Wake Tech forces me to withdraw you from the class. So please keep in communication with me. If there is something going on and you do get sick and you are just out, please communicate with me and we can work around that policy. In terms of evaluation, as you've had a chance to look at the syllabus, let me just quickly remind you, there are 2 tests, a midterm and a final test. Each is worth 15%. There are a number of quizzes, and the quizzes are open book. We don't want you necessarily to memorize a whole lot of information, and a lot of the quiz questions are more application in nature. So it's not about regurgitating information, but applying that information to a specific context. So that's 10%. There's a media analysis paper or an intimacy project, and you get to choose between the 2. That's worth 10%. There's a team project that you will work with in your team, and you have some flexibility with that, and there's some more details for that team project. It is worth 15%. Now, the 2 big parts of the course are the application assignments and the class participation and skill building activities. This is where the heart of the course is. This is where you get to connect the information to your own personal life. This is where you get to connect the information and talk to your teammates, your collaborative learning and transformation teammates, those mates that you will choose by the end of this week. So please keep that in mind, that is where the bulk and the heart and of this particular course is. Yeah, if you have any questions, if you have any concerns, please reach out to me. What you will find in Blackboard is that on a weekly basis, I will set out what's due. And please look at the lesson for each week. And I have a list, I have a preview that tells you exactly what is due, when it is due. So please keep up with that list on a weekly basis. On Monday morning of every week, I will send out an email reminding you of what is due for the week. All right, so keep that in mind. Look out for that email. Let me talk a little bit more about these collaborative learning and transformation teams. I found that in my experience, one of the best ways to develop one's skills is in the context of other people. I am who I am through the people that I surround myself with. There is an African expression called Ubuntu that says a person is a person through people. So this is a course in interpersonal communication, not intra, but inter. It's you with other individuals. And so within this collaborative learning and transformation team, I want you to really reach out and connect with the individuals. An online course can be very lonely. I do my best to make sure that my presence is felt, but I'm not enough. You need the other members of your team, the teammates that you will choose, that you will be able to connect with. So there are assignments in which you are required to engage with them, to connect with them. Please be present. Please be fully present and engage, and use the time, the platform, to connect with your fellow students and to learn from each other. Some of the best learning, I think, comes from when we are in those situations, when we talk, when we connect, when we share ideas, and when we build off each other's ideas. It's where we learn sometimes the best. Thank you again for choosing this course. I trust you'll have a great semester. Please reach out to me via email if you have any questions.